Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. I'm using the Shadowscapes Tarot for this week's reading, and I'm joined by my lovely girl, Merlina. Hey girl, say hi. Hey girl. And I just finished a Halloween-themed jigsaw puzzle, and it's missing one piece because of this little girl. Okay, so I'm gonna start by drawing 3 cards. Each card is going to represent a portion of the upcoming week, just so we can get kind of a general overview of the week ahead and get a sense of what's in store. Okay, so the first card represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And I just want to remind you that I do these readings every week. So if you enjoy this reading, you may want to subscribe to my channel. Just click on the little red subscribe button at the bottom of this video. So we're going to start off the week with the Ace of Pentacles. And I love starting off the week with an ace, especially the Ace of Pentacles, because this is it feels like a very grounded card. It's green, so there's this feeling of new life and fresh energy, and it just has a very positive, very like healthy, vital kind of feel to it. So aces are always about a new beginning of sorts. This could be a new opportunity. And I associate the Suit of Pentacles with money, with material things, food, and health. So I feel like this is a new start. For some of us, it may be like a job opportunity, a business opportunity, some kind of opportunity around making money. It could also be an opportunity health-wise to start like a new healthy habit or something along those lines. So the beginning of the week is actually a really good time to set health goals. If you have some exercise or eating goals that you want to make happen, the beginning of the week is a good time to plan that out and set those kinds of goals. Merlina, come here, girl. And then as we move into the week, so Wednesday and Thursday, we have the 9 of Wands. Okay, so 9 of Wands, there's this energy of preparing with this card. It's like you're preparing, not necessarily for battle, but it has that kind of energy. Like you're gathering your strength, you're gathering your resources, and there's some kind of preparation. It's almost like you're psyching yourself up. You're kind of, you're bracing yourself for something. You're preparing yourself. Now, what's interesting about this card is it can represent having fears and concerns or hesitancies, being kind of like pessimistic about the future, kind of expecting the worst and sort of bracing yourself for it. What this card isn't is this isn't a predictive card saying that, something bad's going to happen. It's saying that, be aware of your own biases and your own pessimism that might come up around this time. So just notice midweek, you might be planning for something, you may be preparing for something. It's always good to be prepared and to sometimes, be prepared for the worst case scenario. But there's a difference between preparing for the worst case scenario and expecting the worst case scenario. So there is a difference between that. And I feel like with the 9 of Wands, it's saying, be aware of that. Be aware. Are you expecting the worst, or are you just being prepared? Okay, let's look at the weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I will talk a little bit more about this card because I feel like there's more I want to say on it. But let's look at the end of the week. Okay, so here we have the Fool. And what I like about the Fool is it's similar in a way to the Ace of Pentacles in that the Fool is the very first major arcana card, and it's number 0. So it even comes before number 1. And it's really about, again, new beginnings, starting fresh. But more important than that, it's about trusting, having trust. And so in a way, it's very much opposite to the Nine of Wands, which is about, feeling like you can't really trust that everything's going to work out. You're going to be prepared for the worst to happen. Whereas the Fool is about being really optimistic and footloose and fancy free and just throwing caution to the wind and expecting life to catch you if you jump off the cliff. It's about really having trust and being optimistic. So it's interesting that these 2 cards have shown up. So I'm going to tell you what I think it means for us. So I think that midweek, what's going to come up for many of us is our past is going to affect how we think about the future. So you may be looking at past events and past things that have happened. So things that maybe have been traumatic or just haven't really worked out in your favor. Bad experiences, you're going to be looking at those things and thinking that based on those things, you have to be prepared for these things to happen again or something similar to happen again. What's interesting though is by the time you get to the weekend, it's almost like you have this opportunity to shift the way you think about things and to really shift your mood and your focus. So it's like you go from kind of looking at the past and being kind of pessimistic to this really sunshiny, optimistic attitude where you're like, you know what, I'm going to move forward. And notice how this guy's facing this way, looking at the past, and she's facing forward. And it's like a shift can happen. You have this opportunity to shift your mindset and your mood this weekend where you can, step forward into this new phase of your life. You can move forward in fearlessness and optimism, which feels really exciting. So I think that on the weekend, you may have some opportunities to try something new, to meet new people, to really kind of get out of your usual comfort zone, your usual habitual things that you normally do and kind of try something new and try something different. Okay. I'm just going to look at all these cards and see if there's anything else that's standing out to me. And as I'm doing this, I invite you to do the same. So have a look at these 3 cards. Is there anything about them that is standing out to you? Like, is there a theme that you're noticing in all 3 cards? Or is there a particular card that seems to be speaking strongly to you? Because when I do these readings, I'm giving you, a general kind of overall read, but of course there's going to be a more personal message for you in these cards. And you'll be able to find that just by gazing at the cards and noticing what your attention is drawn to and what that symbol or what that figure seems to be telling you. Okay, so I'm just going to be quiet for a minute while I look at these cards. Okay, so one last thing that I want to mention is at the beginning of the week we have the Ace of Pentacles. To me, this feels like a really nice kind of grounded energy. So the beginning of the week, you want to focus on grounding your energy and taking care of practical things, practical needs. And then as we move into the week, the Suit of Wands is about energy, and it's about managing your energy. And of course, your energy is tied to your feelings and your thoughts. Your thoughts and your feelings kind of determine what kind of energy you're putting out there. So this is a time to recalibrate and check in with yourself and notice, what are my thoughts? What are my feelings? And can I kind of tweak them and change them so that they're more optimistic and that they help me project a different kind of energy? Because it feels like the energy projected in this card is about expecting the worst and, preparing for something. And it looks like there is an opportunity to make a shift to this new way of being, this new kind of energy, which is lighter, it's freer, it's optimistic, it's happy, it's joyful. And And similar to the Ace of Pentacles, it's about a new beginning and a new phase. And it feels like we're all on the precipice of something new. It could, for some of us, it could be small, like it could just be a new project, you know, a new idea that you've had. For some of us, it may be bigger, like a new line of work, a new relationship, moving, you know, it could be something bigger, but it feels like we're all kind of on the precipice of something new in our lives. And I mean, we're always on the precipice of something new, probably, right? If you think about it. But there's certain new things that may come into our life and not really have a very powerful effect. You know, you might take up a new hobby and then in a couple months, you kind of aren't really into that anymore. But then there's things that come into our lives that are, it's a new thing and it has a profound effect on your life over the next several years. And I feel like we're all kind of on the precipice of something like that. So it feels really exciting. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, if you want to subscribe to my channel, you can do so because I post these videos every week. And you might also want to check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com, and I'm going to put a link to my website in the description box below this video. And if you go to my website, you'll find all kinds of fun stuff. I've got lots of really fun tarot card spreads, tutorial videos, exercises, deck reviews, lots of fun stuff. All right, so thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week.